Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing week. I'm so honored and excited to be connecting in with you today. And we are doing a special series. So if you didn't get a chance to hear the first part of this series, I want to encourage you to listen to last week's show, and we're going to continue our conversation with this week's show. We are doing a special 3-part series all about helping you step into your brilliance. And we're doing this in honor of the book that we're launching. I want everyone to write this date on your calendar. September 17th, we'll be bringing this powerful book forward, Step Into Your Brilliance. We're going to be launching it on Amazon for a super special rate of $1, $1 for the first 24 to maybe 48 hours. We're going to be offering it at that special rate. And we want everyone to be able to add it to their library that this will serve. So I encourage you to please mark that date on your calendar and be watching for our posts out in media so that you can get a copy of this amazing book. And I wanted to have an opportunity for us to connect together because I feel like we are a community and a family. We have this beautiful opportunity to stop and connect in purposely and on purpose and with great purpose each week so that we can connect, come together, and be served and serve others. Our goal of this show is to lean in, to equip and empower you to live on purpose and with great purpose. And that's part of the reason I wanted to have the opportunity to share some of our amazing authors with you, to tap into their wisdom, to tap into their insights around the subject of brilliance. I think we hesitate to see our brilliance. We shrink back a little bit. We can see the wonder and the greatness in others, but I feel like struggle in seeing that about ourselves. And the mission of this book is to help you not only discover your brilliance, inspire you to also step forward in it and share your brilliance, your gifts, your talents, your abilities out in the world. And I know today these amazing authors are going to share from the heart, share a little bit about why this particular subject called to them to be part of this project, part of this book. And they're going to share wisdom, tips, and insights with us so that we can be encouraged and empowered to recognize our brilliance, lean in, and step forward in it. So let's take a moment and connect in. Take a deep breath. Wonderful. Those of you who are driving, please stay safe. Keep both hands on the wheel, eyes open, inwardly tuning in. But those of you who are able to, I'm going to encourage you to put both feet on the floor. Feel it supporting you. Sit back in your chair and take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, like through a straw. Perfect. And as you're doing this, breathe in. I invite you to close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing you all in, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And keep breathing, bringing oxygen to every cell in your body. That helps lower our stress levels, brings oxygen to everywhere in our body, which helps us become present, focused, clear, so we can truly have ears to hear and a heart to receive. Because I know you are here on purpose. It's not by chance that you're tuning in today. Keep breathing, eyes closed, you're safe. And I want you to receive everything that is here for you today. So let's take a moment as we're connecting in, breathing. What is it that you need today? It will encourage you, uplift you, empower you, particularly around brilliance. What is it you need today? What is it that you need today and are willing to receive, because you absolutely have choice. So as you're feeling in, what is it that you need today, particularly around your brilliance, that you are willing to receive? Not how, being unattached to how. In fact, looking forward to being surprised at the wonderful way this need will be met. But let's get clear on what it is that you need and are willing to receive. Beautiful. Receive that information. Let's take a breath together. Come back into the room, fully present, eyes open, and take a moment to write down what was laid on your heart. Write down what it is that you need and are willing to receive. It's so easy to get distracted, to forget, to move on to the next thing we're so good at doing. We sometimes forget to be. We sometimes forget to be on the lookout for exactly what we need. And we can miss it sometimes. So be willing to be actively on the lookout. Write it down. That helps you actually start bringing it into being. You're creating it by writing it down. You're starting to bring that forward. So let's take a moment, write it down, keep it top of mind. Beautiful. Let's collectively lift each other's intentions up, what it is that we need, and are willing to receive. That's how it becomes an intention. Beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to go around our virtual room here and talk with each of our amazing guests and invite them to share what was laid on their heart when we took just a moment to stop, pause, breathe, and connect in. And with that, I would love to start with you, Dr. Ruth. When you took a moment to stop and listen, what was laid on your heart?
Thank you, Rebecca. What I first saw was Archangel Michael and Divine Mother, which, if you know me, is really no surprise. But what they reminded me is that I have everything I need to step into my brilliance, that they are always with me and will provide all that I need, not necessarily what I think I need, but what I truly need.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And I love that distinction between what I think I need and what I truly need, and trusting that. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Marlene, how about you? What was laid on your heart?
What was laid on my heart was just increased faith in my unique vision for serving women in their spiritual life and in their financial dreams. So just that increased faith.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And I think many of us can identify with that we see the vision, we have that seed planted, and just remembering to allow our faith to grow in it and our trust to grow in it. Beautiful. Thank you. And how about you, Gracie? I'd love for you to share what was laid on your heart.
Yeah, what was laid on my heart was just knowing that I'm right where I need to be in this moment. And I'm just enjoying being here right now and feeling good about what we're going to talk about today. So I just feel really blessed.
I love that. What a gift to be enjoying being and letting things unfold and being fully present. Really beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And listeners, how about you? What was laid on your heart when you took a moment to stop, pause, breathe, and connect in and listen? Perhaps some of what our guests shared added another dimension, another connection point in that. As we get ready to go to our commercial break, and during these 2 minutes, you hear those commercials playing in the background. They have beautiful updates and information we want you to be aware of. And I want to encourage you to be present. Resist the urge to go cross things off the to-do list. Actually give yourself the gift of these 2 minutes of being, receiving, and processing what is being placed on your heart, soul, and spirit. And with that, we're going to let you enjoy these 2 minutes. And when we come back, we're going to dig into the conversation around brilliance. We'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes.
Be sure to friend us on Facebook. You can do it right now. Visit facebook.com/Voice America or search for us at keyword Voice America.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Get Unchained. Tune in every Monday for Jane Unchained on the Voice America Influencers channel, featuring nationally recognized best-selling author, TV journalist, and social media influencer Jane Velez Mitchell. This program takes you inside a trending lifestyle that's the next wave of human evolution. It all starts on your plate. If you want to revolutionize your life, get happier, more energized, then discover the secret. Tune in to Jane Unchained Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the Voice America Influencers channel.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Have you had a chance to check out Voice America's online magazine and blog? If you love our hosts and shows, check out articles that give an even deeper perspective, plus topics about health and fitness, movie reviews, philosophy, business tips and tactics, spirituality, positive thought, current events, and even more about your favorite host. It's just a click away at blog.voiceamerica.com. That's blog.voiceamerica.com. The Voice America Press Blog. All access, all the time. We don't follow, we lead. Join us, the Voice America Influencers channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-472-5795. That's 1-866-472-5795. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, that you gave yourself that opportunity to stop, pause, breathe, and to be. It's so powerful when we give ourselves those moments, and it can be a minute, 2 minutes at a time, where we are really letting ourselves be fully present and process what's being spoken into our heart and spirit. And what's beautiful about those moments when we take them is that the breath actually helps us process and release what no longer serves, brings in what does. And it also helps us process things on a cellular level, which means we can integrate. They actually start to become part of us rather than being added to the to-do list that we hope to someday get through. They can actually, 2 minutes at a time, give you an opportunity to integrate and let those things that serve you really become part of you, so that when you go back out into the world, you're going back out there equipped with and processing and bringing forward those things that are going to serve you and help you bring your brilliance forward. Beautiful. So welcome back. We are connecting in. This is part of a special three-part series where we are talking with the amazing authors of Step Into Your Brilliance. I'm the compiler of this book, and I'm so honored. That means I get to lead the project and collect the authors together and help us bring this book forward in a really powerful way. And it has been such an honor and a privilege as I've gotten to read each chapter as this book has been built. And I know they have impacted me, they have stretched me, they have inspired me to more fully step into my brilliance and bring it forward, share it out with the world. And I know anyone who leans into our conversation, who leans into this book, will be powerfully served as well. So I'm very excited to share some of our authors with you today. We're going to be talking to some additional authors next week, and I encourage you to tune in, get to know them, and hear the wisdom and brilliance that has been laid on their heart and spirit. For those of you who missed the date earlier, this book is going to be launching on, drumroll, September 17th. And the reason that date is so special is when we launch it, we make it available for the special $1 rate. And we want to be able to get this out into as many hands and hearts as possible. So please make sure to put that date on your calendar. Watch for our posts. We'd love your support in sharing it out. And I thought it would be wonderful as we continue our conversation. We connected in at a heart level in the opening segment. I'd love to share a little bit about each of the authors joining us today and invite them to share why this particular book and project called to them, because I know every one of them was called in a unique, powerful, and special way to be part of this project. And I think that's powerful to know. I know as a reader, I love to know why writers lean in. Why do they say yes and bring a book forward? So we're going to have them share a little bit about that. And then later on, we're going to share about what their chapter title is and what you can look forward to in their books. And they're going to share some wisdom and tips with us. So that's the agenda for the rest of our time together. But let's start with getting to know each of our authors a little bit more today. We have 3 of them joining us. And Marlene, I'm going to start with you. So Marlene Elizabeth is a speaker. She's a #1 best-selling author multiple times over, a spiritual coach and certified money coach and certified brain specialist. She has an MED in religious studies, and she is passionate about empowering women to stop doubting and start daring to step into their brilliance. Please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful Marlene Elizabeth to our show. Welcome!
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
You're welcome. I'm thrilled to have you here today, and I'd love for you to share why this book, why this project, why did Step Into Your Brilliance call to you, and you decided to say yes?
Well, this is one of the reasons I stepped into it is because this is going to be my 4th anthology with you. And I have just found this experience to be just so positive, so empowering, just so inspiring to be around all the other co-authors that come into this project and all the projects I've done with you. So just love your leadership, and it's just been really a pleasure. In terms of the topic, oh my goodness, Step Into Your Brilliance, I'm very passionate about this topic as a money coach, particularly around empowering women, financially in their money story. And I just find that so many struggle with under-earning, kind of like you explained in the beginning of the show, being great cheerleaders for others, but not in your own gifts and strengths and power. And so I just was very excited to be a part of this project so that I could share some of my insights and wisdom around the subject for those who are looking to really start overcoming the under-earning and really kind of step into the financial empowerment that they're called to be in.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and we have been thrilled and honored to have you join us in each of those amazing anthologies, and you have always contributed so powerfully purposely and beautifully. And I love your passion to help us really step forward in a positive and empowered way, particularly in our relationship with money. So I appreciate your willingness to lean into all of us and including that important support when we're looking at our brilliance and bringing that forward. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
And Gracie. So Gracie Miller is a certified career and life purpose coach who helps you stop settling, get unstuck, and love your life. She is passionate about helping you align with your authentic self, release limiting beliefs, and live the life you are born to live. Please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful Gracie Miller to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome. My hands were raised. We were all welcoming you to the stage. I'm picturing Marlene's and Dr. Ruth's hands up. So welcome, welcome. Excited to have you joining us today. And I'd love for you to share what was on your heart. Why did you, one, step into your brilliance and explore the opportunity to be part of this, and then leaned in and said, yes, I'd love for you to share.
Yeah, I have a few reasons, actually. So most of my work when I am coaching people on career or life purpose involves helping folks come to terms with who they really are and then how to share those gifts with the world in a way that supports them. And that often involves having to tell the truth at a deeper level to yourself and also to others, which can be very scary for people. So I wanted to share my tips on how to deal with self-doubt with a wider audience, because our own limiting beliefs stop us more often than external forces acting upon us a lot of the time. And once we can move through those fears, we have this tremendous power to finally embody this life that we were born to live and ignite a spark in other people to pursue their path as well. So I really love that domino effect. And then the other reason that I wanted to be a part of the book is because it's a chance to walk my own talk and encourage others to step into their brilliance by example. So I have to put myself out there like this, which allows me to feel the fear of self-exposure, but still live my calling of helping others to stand in their power and share gifts with the world.
Thank you for sharing that. And I think that's so important that we remember, each of us, we have opportunities every single day to walk our talk, to stretch, to be vulnerable in that, to be our authentic selves. And it's okay to be learning along the way. And when that doubt comes up, I know you provide, and we'll get into your chapter a little bit later, you provide some really valuable tips on not if we have doubt or we feel afraid, but when, how we can navigate through that, right? Exactly. So thank you so much for sharing. Celebrate you being here, leaning in, and we're looking forward to learning a little bit more about your chapter.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And then we have our fabulous Dr. Ruth Anderson. And Dr. Ruth, I know right now you're leading a powerful summit, so I'm very honored that you are carving that time to spend with us and connect in and share with all our listeners today. So I want to thank you for that, and I just hope your summit is coming along beautifully and powerfully. And I wanted to share a little bit about her background. So not only does she lead summits, but she is an award-winning and #1 international best-selling author. She is the founder of Enlightened World, an intuitive reader and spiritual counselor. She's Reverend of the Church of Inner Light, and she is passionate about supporting light workers in building their professional visibility so they can shine their gifts, their brilliance, out into the world. Please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful and spirit-led Dr. Ruth Anderson to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. You're my favorite cheerleader.
Well, it is a pleasure and easy to do. I love all that you are leaning in and doing. And how is the summit going?
It's going amazing. We have over 500 people registered for the summit, And
beautiful.
Magic is happening daily as people are watching the videos and participating in the Facebook Lives. It's really magical.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. And those of you who are interested in learning more about her amazing summit, the interviews are very powerful. I know, where can they go to? Because I know there's still room for people to come in and enjoy.
Of course, enlightenedworld.online, and it's very easy to register there.
Perfect. So thank you for bringing your beautiful summit forward and helping so many light workers. And I'd love for you to share why this book about stepping into your brilliance called to you. Why did you feel that call and then lean in as you explored and say yes?
Well, Rebecca, the topic of stepping into one's brilliance really spoke to me personally, because it wasn't until after I retired of a 30-year career that I actually learned how to step into my brilliance. And I did that by learning how to step into my soul's calling. My life's calling is to change the world into a more loving place by bringing in divine light and assisting others to connect with their spiritual divinity. And I've learned that by helping others to stand in their brilliance and live in a place of love and grace, each and every one of us across the planet wins.
So beautiful and so true. Thank you so much for sharing. And then I'm curious, why of all the different books and opportunities out there, this particular one called to you?
Because I believe that every single person, regardless of where they are standing in their life or their career, they can absolutely learn to step in their own brilliance. Sometimes it's just giving themselves permission to do it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm excited to see your summit continue to unfold, and appreciate you leaning in and being part of our book and helping us all discover our brilliance and being willing to share it out into the world. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Listeners, we're getting ready to go to our next commercial break, and this will be 2 minutes just for you. And I want you to take a moment during that time, these 2 minutes, when you're stopping, pausing, breathing, and integrating, is go back to the question we asked in the beginning about what is it that you need today to step into your brilliance. Kind of revisit that, your answer. And look at the opportunities that are being presented to you to perhaps stretch a little bit more to discover your own brilliance and to bring it forward. We'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes.
Think you've seen everything there is to see in online television? Let us surprise you. Visit voiceamerica.tv today for sports, health, business, and more on demand 24/7.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Sustainable success is just around the corner. If you are an entrepreneur, business leader, or anybody looking for their next level of success, tune into Sustainable Success with host Chris Salem. Did you know that the path to success is a long path that started many years ago? The path you started on then determines what is happening now. Chris and his amazing guests in their field will help you navigate the path to sustainable success every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Time and 9 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Influencers Channel.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Tune in to the Voice America Variety channel on the Voice America Talk Radio Network. Voice America Variety broadcasts a diverse array of topics, reaching a global community. Our experts come from all walks of life, and the topics they discuss are everything from current events, arts and entertainment, leadership, parenting, relationships, self-improvement, career advice, and a variety of other topics. Check us out today. You're sure to find something of interest. Voice America Variety. Talk on today's hot topics.
Change starts here. Change starts now. Join us, the Voice America Influencers Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-472-5795. That's 1-866-472-5795. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, that you took a moment to stop, pause, breathe, and integrate what's being spoken into your heart, into your spirit. That you took a moment to kind of check in and see perhaps where you're looking at being stretched, or a new level of insight and awareness of some of your brilliance. As we're continuing our conversation, I'm going to have each of our authors share the title of their chapter and give us a little bit of a feel of what we can look forward to experiencing in their beautiful chapters. And then towards the end of the show, they're going to be sharing tips to encourage and empower us on our journey as we dig deeper into our brilliance so that we can share it out more powerfully and brightly and with more confidence. So welcome back. We're talking with our amazing authors from Step Into Your Brilliance, being released on Amazon on September 17th. Making sure everybody has that on their calendar. And we're going to continue our conversation. And Gracie, I'd love to start with you. I'd love to have you share the title of your chapter and give us a feel of what we can look forward to experiencing in your chapter.
Well, the title of my chapter is a little intense. It's called Kill Your Self-Doubt to Live Your Dream. And something that I talk about in my chapter is a story from my own life and reframing jealousy I was experiencing with a mentor that I had, and using it as a tool that shows you what you want. So I'll just read you a short excerpt from the chapter.
Beautiful.
I knew for years before I became an entrepreneur that I wanted to work all over the world doing transformative work with international personal growth junkies like myself. But the how eluded me for some time. Then I started taking courses in online marketing, sales, web development, and other things that I had no knowledge of before, and I could finally see the how. But something kept me glued to my familiar life. I'm not a lazy person, so what gives? Simple self-doubt. A lack of belief that it's possible for me at this stage in adulthood. An insidious lack of self-confidence will do more to trick you out of your best life than any other barrier. I'm not even talking about low self-esteem, but rather your basic garden variety belief that you are not the special one who gets to do things like work abroad. Beliefs like, it's too hard. No one has heard of me. I'm not 25 anymore. I don't have the money. Blah, blah, blah. I've heard every excuse from my clients, and hilariously I've heard them all in my own head too. We all have them. It's time for the excuses and doubts to die. Either that or we die with regrets.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm just giving everyone a moment to process what you shared and really let them feel it in their heart, soul, and spirit. And I want to thank you for sharing, for leaning in. Absolutely. Absolutely. And some of what I think is really special about your chapter and the chapters in this book is that not only do we identify some of those things that we need to release and eliminate those doubts, but also tips and tools and steps that you can take, that the reader can take at the end of every chapter or within the chapter, so that you're given a framework. You're given some of that how. That's the thing that can hold us back so often, is the how. And I love the included steps and ways that we can move forward and release those doubts and really step into all that we're called to be, so that we can live a life without regrets. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
And then Marlene, I would love for you to share the title of your chapter and some of what we can look forward to hearing, discovering, and learning about our brilliance.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Oh, and I can't wait to read this chapter, Gracie. It sounds great. So the name of my chapter is called Live the Money Story You Want to Tell. So essentially, what I share in the chapter is that, I'm really crazy for quotes. And something that I often do during my speaking engagements is I share quotes with a twist. And here's what I mean by a twist. I find favorite familiar quotes, and then I add a financial lens to them. And what happens is that when I do that, suddenly the quote transforms into a new and different way to see money differently. And it also becomes a call to experience a relationship to money differently. So an example is the title of my chapter. So I've heard the quote, live the story you want to tell. So I insert, live the money story you want to tell. Another example is, refuse to be ordinary. So I say, refuse to be financially ordinary. And here's one of my favorites. Be your own kind of beautiful. So I say, be your own kind of financial beautiful. And so I share many more in the chapter.
Beautiful.
I just find that it's just a really simple but a powerful way for us to really step into a relationship to money in a more empowered way.
I love it. And what a powerful tip and tool and technique is finding some of those quotes that are so meaningful to us, inspiring to us, and then adding in a twist. And how empowering is that to realize we can do that and then to choose to do it. And I love that you always add in that financial twist, so that quote that speaks to you, that is so meaningful to you, we can own it and have it really serve us. And I love this. We can twist it to add in that financial twist. So live the money story that you want to be and to live. And that we can do that in so many different ways. I was just thinking, any of us struggling in our brilliance in an area, we can choose to find those quotes, and you can do a search online, find those quotes that inspire you, and then add in some words to personalize it for you, for what you need in that particular area. And in the financial space, it's so important, because that's an area that we can hold ourselves back and really struggle in, and it's our relationship with money. And that's where it can start, and we can start to shift that. Thank you so much for sharing those examples and that powerful tip, and that you've got one more special quote in your chapter that we must read your chapter to experience and explore. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Marlene. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And then Dr. Ruth, I would love for you to share the title of your chapter. There we go, the title of your chapter, and something we can look forward to experiencing in it.
Sure. So my chapter is called Baby Steps and False Beliefs. And sometimes there are limiting beliefs that maybe it's time that we question. One of those beliefs is that I need to be doing something in order to be worthy. Now, my mother lives in memory care for dementia, and I was visiting one day, and a woman was carried out covered in a gurney, so she had passed. 7 staff members were crying at the door as she was escorted out. Now, at this point in her life, in memory care with Alzheimer's, She was, of course, very limited in what she could give to the world. Yet on her death, her caregivers were in tears. She had done nothing more than show up each day in love and grace. And she touched hearts and lives. So you don't need to always be doing something or do something large in order to be fully in your brilliance.
So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And what a beautiful reminder that being is so valuable and needed. And that important reminder that baby steps count. Because I think sometimes we're trying to take these big, gigantic steps that feel daunting, and we can break it down into smaller steps. And sometimes that step is being present, being
correct,
and being who you are and showing up on purpose is enough. And it makes a difference. So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Listeners, as we get ready to go to our next commercial break, so remember these are 2 minutes just for you, I want you to think about what has been spoken into your heart and spirit as our authors have just given you a little bit of a taste of some of what you can experience and explore in their chapters. But there are even things today that are being shared that you can explore in your life right now during these 2 minutes as you touch into your brilliance, as you're looking at what you need to step forward, to step more fully into your brilliance and shine. Maybe there's a need to be willing to be. Perhaps there's a baby step you can take. Perhaps adding in that area that you're needing support in too, some of your favorite quotes that inspire you. What are some ahas or wisdom that's spoken into your heart and spirit? Perhaps it's around doubt and being authentic about that and continuing forward and getting the support you need. What is it that you need that encourage and empower you and your brilliance? I invite you to take these 2 minutes to be with that question, to receive the wisdom, direction, and insight and inspiration that comes to you. And when you come back, we'll connect together, and my amazing authors are going to share some tips and advice to support you on your journey as you step into your brilliance. We'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN. Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
There's a new force to be reckoned with in talk radio. It's not just talk radio. Hosted by LaTanya Jr. and co-hosts Tina Wynn and Tony Brown. Not Just Talk Radio is like a superhero, inspiring, problem-solving, and informing. Packed with action-provoking conversations from news, movements, and social and politics issues. This program is about a wide range of voices and fresh points of view from experts, celebrities, and you, the listener. Not Just Talk Radio is broadcast live Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Influencers Channel.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Become a member of VoiceAmerica.com. It's easy, and best of all, it's free. Start out by going to our homepage or any of our channels and click register at the top. Once you've created an account and signed in, you can create your own custom library, opt into our newsletter, search by show, host, guest, or topic of interest, or browse millions of hours of content across all of our Voice America radio channels. Membership gets you more. Visit VoiceAmerica.com today to get started and tailor the listening experience to your taste.
We don't follow, we lead. Join us, the Voice America Influencers Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-472-5795. That's 1-866-472-5795. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, that you gave yourself that opportunity to be present and to really receive what is being spoken into your heart and spirit, to breathe deeply as you integrate it into your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Beautiful. We are continuing our conversation with the powerful authors of Step Into Your Brilliance, our anthology that is launching on Amazon on September 17th for that super special rate of $1 for the first 24 to 48 hours. So make sure to watch for our posting and our sharing so that you can have those links and secure your copy. And I asked each of our authors behind the scenes if they would share a tip or a piece of advice or something that during our time together has been laid on their heart and they want to remind you of or share with you as you get ready to go back out into the world. So we're going to go around our virtual room here and have each share from their heart a tip or a piece of advice to support you on your journey, particularly around stepping into your beautiful, powerful, and shining brilliance. So with that, Dr. Ruth, I'd love for you to share what was on your heart.
Yes, thanks, Rebecca. I would say to spend as much time and energy building each of your body, mind, and spirit so they can work together to support your life efforts. And lastly, reach out to like-minded friends so you can support each other's efforts and growth.
Beautiful. I love that balance all around because it's just not a solo journey, and we can reach out and build that community and to have that balanced effort, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Beautiful. Thank you.
You bet.
Marlene, what's on your heart to share with us today?
I echo that last piece that Ruth shared as well about finding like-minded people to walk your journey with. And I would add my tip is that making a commitment and a promise to yourself that if you're cheerleading others on in their brilliance, that you'll take time to think of one brave feather action step that you can take to reflect that same faith in yourself. And this could be whether it's in your relationship to money or in another area that you feel called to grow in.
Oh, so beautiful. One brave feather action step. I like that. And being willing to support ourselves too so we can support others. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And Gracie, how about you? What was laid on your heart?
Well, I guess I'd like to say that if you're being called to do something or change something or feel something, it's for a good reason. And maybe you'll never be good enough in your own mind to make a dream happen. And maybe nobody around you will understand, what it is you're trying to do. And maybe you'll try it and even fail at it once or twice. But, I've seen people try something, fail once or twice, tweak it a little, and still succeed. I've seen it over and over with my clients and in my own life. And if an idea has been pulling at you for the last several years, it's not going to stop. So my advice is to feel the fear and just do it anyway. Even if you think you're not good enough, you're worthy of being, doing, or having what you want. No one deserves success more than anyone else, so why not you?
Beautiful. And I love that. Just get up again, tweak again. We can choose to arise again. I did a study recently. Well, it feels very recent. It's been a few months now, or a year. It's so interesting how time flies. But we released a book that was a daily inspiration book called Empowering You, Transforming Lives. And in it, we wove throughout the book a thought for the day or a quote. And I was preparing for this book. We're in the final stages of layout, getting ready to launch it, and I was getting ready to lead an event. And I thought, wouldn't it be brilliant to share with them all of these powerful and inspiring success quotes? Because the event was called Mindful Holiday Magic. So how can we bring those things forward in a mindful and powerful way? And as I did this search online, I was a little bit discouraged because I kept searching for success. And page after page, what I found were quotes about failure. And I would delete that, and I would try the search a different way, and then I would try it another way, delete. And finally, I came to the conclusion, the realization that failure is on the way to success. It's not a separate path.
Mm-hmm.
And we just give way too much weight to what we see as a failure, when perhaps it's a learning opportunity, a growing opportunity, and we just learned how not to do it, or how maybe we don't want to do that, and we can tweak it and we can choose to get up again. And that's what I found, quote after quote after quote, was choosing to get up again. And there was one quote that I'm going to paraphrase where it talked about the only place success comes before work was in the dictionary. And so there's this willingness to get up, this willingness to take steps that each of us have a choice around. So I really appreciate you sharing, Gracie, and that reminder that it's okay, and we're worthy of success. Nobody's more worthy than another, and we can take those steps. So I just want to encourage, because for me, that was a really powerful experience to realize that, and that I was giving too much power to what I saw as failures when they were on a step towards success and growing and becoming all that I wanted to be or do or step into or learn and discover. Oh, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Listeners, how about you? What's been speaking into your heart, into your spirit? Have you been shrinking back from your brilliance because you're afraid of failing, or it seems too daunting? What I hope that you're taking from our conversation today is it's okay to fall down and get up again. You get to choose. It's okay to be and choose in every moment to be who and how you want to be. That's part of your brilliance. Being willing to get up. Be willing to bring in that one small, brave feather action step that we can take to step forward, to bring our brilliance to the world. What is it that you need to encourage and empower you? Because I believe what the world needs is more of you and your brilliance and your gifts and your talents and your abilities. There is no one else just like you. And you were made on purpose, and I believe for such a time as this. And I hope our conversation today has encouraged you to share a little bit more of your brilliance with the world. We'd love to have you lean into this book as a tool and resource. We want it to really encourage and empower people around the world to step into their brilliance. Because if each of us take a step closer, become more of who we are called to be, and we're willing to shine our light one by one, heart by heart, around the world, it lights up the whole world, one step, one heart at a time. And that's how we can bring our brilliance forward. So as you get ready to go back out into the world, remember, you are brilliant. You are needed. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. And I hope as you go back out into the world, you take a couple moments to be, process, integrate, and choose to bloom where you're planted and shine your beautiful brilliance out in the world. Have a brilliant week, everyone. We'll look forward to talking to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Influencers Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.